Hi, I'm Alan Gordon and welcome to another video. Today I want to talk to you about a very powerful psychological technique. It's called loss statements. Now before I jump into that, I want to share with you that my entire philosophy of selling, which I've been sharing with you in these videos and in my book, the entire philosophy is to lead the customer to the very best solution that's in their best interests. Oftentimes, I will make less money by doing that. But I'm comfortable with that because it's obvious. If I help this customer now, they're going to come back to me over and over and over again and bring me more and more business, and they're going to recommend me. But there are situations where I need to guide my customer. I need to get my customer to decide this instead of that. Some examples, the most important example is if my customer is leaning towards a competitor. It's very important that I guide him away from the competitor back to me. Or I might not have inventory in a certain item, so I need to gently guide my customer to what I have in stock. I use loss statements as a way to guide my customers from one decision to another, or to get them off the fence and make a decision to buy. Okay? Loss statements are incredibly powerful because psychologically, people react very strongly to a fear of losing. If I tell you you're going to save $5, oh, okay, that'd be good. If I tell you you're going to lose $5, it's, whoa, I don't want to lose $5. And it happens to be true. It's very powerful psychologically. Here's an example. Let's say your customer is leaning towards your competitor. The competitor has a great solution, but your advantage is you have a really strong warranty and a really strong level of service. Here are two ways to say the same thing. One is called a savings statement or a benefit statement. Remember, Mr. Customer, we offer a stronger warranty and we have the highest level of service in the industry. You did a good job. You explained what the benefit is. We're flipping around and let's look at this as a loss statement. You know, the competitors are fine. They've got a good solution, but I want you to remember that you're going to be losing access to our service after the sale. And you're going to lose access to our stronger warranty terms. Here's another way to say it just in very generic, and if you just use this in general whenever your customer is moving in a different direction. You know, Mr. Customer, there are definitely other companies that can offer this same service. Some of them may even offer at a lower price. But keep in mind that if you go somewhere else, you're going to be losing access to, and then you list your company's benefits. The loss statement has a psychological effect of pulling the customer back and keeping the conversation alive. There's just something about not wanting to lose something that's very, very powerful. Now, this isn't to say that every time you try this, every customer is going to stay with you every time. But the fact is that most people do have a psychological reaction to a loss statement, and it allows you to at least keep the conversation going, which of course is the whole point. It allows you to revisit their concerns, their needs, and build value again and take another shot at the sale. Here's an example where, it's decision time. Let's say you're working for an energy company and there's a home audit. You're pitching the home audit. Let's say it's, $500. They've heard the pitch. They really should get it done, but they're still on the fence. You know, Mr. and Mrs. Customer, I certainly understand your hesitation. It's a lot of money, $500, and you want to make sure you're making the right decision. I certainly understand. Here's a savings statement. Doesn't work so well. But remember, as we discussed, these energy changes that we're going to make are going to save you $70 to $80 a month on your electric bill. Most often it's going to be, that's okay, I'm fine, no thanks. But if you flip it and word it as a loss statement, remember, Mr. Customer, as we discussed, if you don't take these energy steps and you don't do this energy audit, you're going to be losing $70 to $80 every single month on your electric bill. The loss statement will almost always keep the conversation going, which will give you more opportunity to build enough value and then eventually to close. Here's a real estate agent presenting two houses, and I use this as an example to show you that when you're comparing two things, you can use a savings statement and a loss statement to guide them to the one you want. Hey, Mr. and Mrs. Customer, House A will definitely save you money, but you're losing the extra closet space and the larger kitchen and the larger family room that you get in House B. trust me, human nature will pull them back to house B because they don't want to lose anything. They may eventually buy house A, but they're going to still be very interested in house B because you phrased it as a loss statement. Okay, let's say you're in consultative mode and you're working through two different options. You can normally guide them to your preferred option if you remember to word the alternatives with loss statements in mind. And here's just some generic examples. I think we've pretty much narrowed it down to these two choices. You know, the silver plan is great. It gets you A, B, and C. Just keep in mind that you're losing three very important features, D, E, and F, that you get on the gold plan. Trust me, your customer is going to be it's going to be hard for him to walk away from the gold plan. Well, we've narrowed it down to the X1000 and the X3000. The X1000 is definitely going to be the least expensive option. But just keep in mind that you're losing the extra capacity of the X3000, the upgradability, and all the remote management features because you can actually log into the X3000. And that's not something, you want to be very careful before you walk away from those features. Well, that's it. That's called loss statements. It's a really simple way to get people to choose A or B, whichever one you want them to choose, or to get them back from considering your competitor to get them back into your camp. Just remind them of all the things they're going to be losing if they walk away from you. And it's very, very powerful. That's it. I love selling. I know you guys do too. So please, please, please give your very best effort on every sales call and continue to raise, little by little, continue to raise your sales skills to a higher and higher level until you become the master that you want to be. Thanks.